morning. Today we are going to learn about the block 12 of class 7, that is parallel lines and the transversal. Have you ever seen what is parallel line? Have you ever tried to witness what is the parallel line around your home or wherever you are sitting? Parallel lines are the lines which are never going to intersect. No matter how long you will extend them, they are never going to intersect each other. The distance between the parallel lines is always remains same. The distance is constant throughout. See, here is the paper in my hand. I'm going to fold it out. Right? If I fold it further, these are the set of parallel lines. This line is parallel to this line. This line is parallel to this line, right? What are the real life examples of parallel lines then? Real life example of parallel lines are the tracks of railway line, the two edges of the road, two edges of your book, right? And two edges of your table also, which are never going to intersect, are called the parallel line. Here in this chapter, firstly we will going to learn how to construct the parallel line with the help of scale, ruler or the compass. Now have a look. First of all, we are going to draw a line of any measure, right? Make it a line, arrowheads both sides, name it L. I'll take one point P outside it. What I have to do, taking P as a center, I have to construct an arc. Taking P as a center, I have to construct an arc which should cut the line, the given line, right? This will be our arc. Okay. Now, what we will do? With the same radius, extend this line also. With the same radius, mark another point on the same line. Name it A, right? From A as the center and with the same radius, I'll cut another point, that is B. This point of intersection is B. Now, again with the same radius, taking B as a center, cut the previous arc. If I'll cut the previous arc, this point of intersection will be C. If I'll join these 2 points, P and C, then PC is the line segment which is parallel to line L, or we can say line M is a line segment which is parallel to M. What I did, firstly I have drawn a line, extended it both the ways. I have taken a point P outside it. With this point P as a center, I constructed an arc. With this point P, I have constructed an arc which is cutting the line L at A. Now again, with A as a center, with the same radius, without changing the compass, I cut another point on the same line B. Now B as a center, cut the previous arc again with the same radius. We got the point C. If we'll join these 2 points, the initial point P and the point C, we'll get a line which is parallel to M. So I can write M is parallel to L. Now, we are going to learn about what is transversal and what its effects on the parallel lines. Transversal is a line which is intersecting the two parallel lines at two different points. Any line at any angle which intersect this line L and this line M at different points, suppose A and B. So this line X is a transversal. Any line which is crossing the two parallel lines is transversal line. Transversal can be of intersecting line. This line is intersecting. As we can say, if we'll increase or extend them, they will going to intersect at some point, right? Transversal can be of intersecting line. Transversal can be on parallel lines. Basically, transversal is what? Transversal is the line which is crossing the lines at two different points. Now, here we are going to learn what is the effect when transversal is crossing the parallel lines. They form some special angle pairs these lines are parallel to each other. Suppose line P is a transversal line over here. I'll mention the name 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 angles drawn at this point. 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 4 angles which has been drawn over here. Right? If we'll talk about the exterior, see, this is the region of parallel line. This is the region of parallel lines. Whatsoever angles come inside this region are called the interior angle. Are called the interior angles. So angle 3, angle 2, angle 5 and angle 8. According to this figure, angle 2, 3, 5 and 8 are the interior angles. And what about exterior angles? Angle 1, 6, 7 and 4. See, angle 1, angle 4, angle 6 and angle 7. All these angles are outside this parallel region. That's why they are called the exterior angles. Is that clear? Now, if I'll change the diagram, if I'll denote it with some alphabets, how it would be? L. And make sure there should be the symbol of line. If this is capital A, this is B, this is C, this is D. E, F, G, H. Right? Now what? Again, the interior angles are C, D, F, E. Angle C, angle D, angle E, angle F. Exterior angles are angle A, B, G and H. Right? Now if we will talk about the corresponding angles, what are the corresponding angles and how they are affected? Corresponding angles are the angles which are making a figure F of English alphabet. See, they are on the same side of the transversal, but one angle will be the interior and other will be the exterior of the parallel sides. Right? So this can be what in this figure, which two angles are represented by this. We can say like this, if F is assumed here, angle D and angle H, corresponding angles, angle D, angle H are corresponding. This is the one pair of corresponding angle, right? Similarly, if this way, if I'll make F this way, see, so angle C and angle, interior angle and this G, right? So angle C and angle G are also corresponding angles, right? If I talk about the angles which are shown like this side of F, one is inside the region, one is outside the region. That means F and B. So angle F, angle B are again the corresponding part, right? And here E and A, angle E, angle A are the corresponding parts, right? Let's do some brain drill, whether you are able to identify these angles in the corresponding or not. See here. What I can say, name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Now this is the transversal. Now see, if I will count the corresponding is what? This angle 1 is corresponding to this 5. Same side of the transversal, one is inside the region and one is outside. So 1 and 5. Similarly, this side of the transversal, it will be 2 and 6. Right? Let me erase these so that it will be easier for you to understand others. Right? Now, see the transversal, the same side of the transversal. 4 is here and 8 is below the line. So 4 and 8, angle 4 and 8 are again corresponding angles. Similarly 3 and 7, angle 3 and 7 are the corresponding angles. I hope you now get what are the corresponding angles. And when the lines are parallel, when these lines are parallel and transversal is crossing through it, these corresponding angles are always equal in measure. If you measure them with the help of a protractor, these transversal are always equal in measure. Interior angles are C and D. E and F. Right? Exterior angles are A, B, G, H. Let me make another figure from starting so that we can practice more about the corresponding angles. As I erase the previous figure and to recreate the same figure in the same order is a little bit. Right. Now it will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Right? Now again, the corresponding angles are corresponding are D and H. Angle D with angle H, one pair. Another pair is C with G. Angle C, angle G. Another pair is A and E. B and F. Right? These are the pair of corresponding angles which are equal to each other. Now comes alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angle. Alternate means one should be on the left side of the transversal and one should be the right side of the transversal. Right? Alternate interior. Alternate interior angles are the angles. Interior angles is C, D, F, E. Right? If I am taking D of this side, then I'll be taking F of this side. They are forming a Z pattern. One from this side of the transversal and one from this side of the transversal. Right? These are forming the Z pattern. Either this way or this way. Right? So, if I'll consider this as a Z, angle D and angle F are alternate interior angles pair. Angle D and angle F. D and F are alternate interior angles pair. Similarly, C and E. Angle C, angle E are the alternate interior angles, and as like the corresponding angles, alternate interior angles are also equal to each other when the transversal is passing through a parallel lines. Right? Now alternate exterior angle. Alternate exterior angle is something outside that Z, here or here. But again, one is on the left side of the transversal and one is on the right side of the transversal. Similarly, here or here. One is on the left side and one is on the right side of the transversal. So alternate exterior angles are A and G. Angle A with angle G. Angle H with angle B. Is that clear? So corresponding angles pair, how many corresponding angle pairs are there? 4. Alternate interior angles pair are 2. And alternate exterior angle pairs are 2. Now here comes the co-interior angle. What is co-interior angle? Co-interior angles are the angle on the same side of the transversal. Co-interior. See, that means we have to deal only interior. We have to deal with the interior angles only. Co-interior means the angles which are at the same side of the transversal. Angles at the same side of the transversal. See, this is the transversal. Angle D and angle E both are on the same side of the transversal. So angle C plus, angle D and angle E is equals to 180 degree. The sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree. The sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree. So F plus C is also 180 degree. Right? Angle E plus D is also 180 degree. That means they are the co-interior angles. Is that clear to you now? We have learned today what are transversal line, what are parallel lines, how to construct a parallel line, what is the role of a transversal line if it is going to intersect the parallel lines. We have learned the number of angle pairs, that is corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and co-interior angles. Right? Now, the question arises here is, if the transversal is going to intersect the non-parallel lines, what happens then? If it's going to intersect the non-parallel sides, what happens then? See, these angles are said to be the corresponding angles, but these angles are not equal. These angles are not equal in measure. See, this is an acute angle and this is an obtuse angle. So these angles are not equal. The corresponding angles, the alternate interior angle and alternate exterior angle are not going to be equal in the measures when the lines are not parallel to each other. So if it is, if I have a question for you that I'll ask, how will come to know whether the line which has been crossed by the transversal is a parallel line or a non-parallel line? How you are going to identify that? With the help of these angles. Suppose this is the transversal L and this is also transversal L. Here also it is making a corresponding angle and interior angles. Here also it is making. If this angle's measure is equals to this angle measure, corresponding angles are equal, alternate interior angles are equal while measuring, that means the lines are parallel. If the angle measure is not equal, that means these lines are non-parallel. Right? What if the transversal will cross the line at 90 degree? If the line is crossing at 90 degree, it can be transversal can cross the line at any degree. If I'll make a straight line, all the angles are of 90 degree. All the 8 angles similarly 90 degree measure. Right? So that's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.